Okay, welcome to example 2 for section 3.3 complex numbers. We're going to be talking about products of pure imaginary numbers. So multiplying pure imaginary numbers, ones that have like a number and I in it. No just plain old real part with them. So you're going to see things like this, negative 3i times I. As we solve, you'll see that it's negative 6i squared. So it looks like multiply the numbers, multiply the i's, like you would multiply a variable. So it's very similar in that sense. But there's one more piece. Remember in that chart, we said that I squared was equal to something. If you have I to any power, you need to simplify that. So we're going to do that now. Remember, I squared equals negative 1. So in place of I squared, we're going to write negative 1. Now we can do negative 6 times negative 1, which equals 6. So our final answer is 6. In this second example, example here for example 2, you have two radicals, both with negative numbers underneath. Square root of negative 12 times the square root of negative 2. Now previously you probably learned that when you simplify radicals, you just multiply what's underneath if you want. Here we have to do one thing first. You have to recognize that there are negatives under there and get those i's out. Then go ahead and do the multiplication. So you must do simplify the negative part first. So negative square root of 12 is, or square root of negative 12 is now I square root of 12, and square root of negative 2 is now I square root of 2. Now go ahead and multiply. I squared equals square root of 24. You could also simplify square root of 12 and then go ahead and do your multiplication too. I just chose to do it this way for now. So now simplify I squared and you simplify square root of 24. I squared is equal to negative 1. 24 would be equal to the square root of 4 times the square root of 6. And so got negative 1 times square root of 4 is 2. Square root of 6 we can't do, so we put it all together. Negative 2 times the square root of 6. And that's our final answer there. Now, for this one, I want you to take a moment, pause the video, solve it, check back, see if you got the right answer. You should have gotten B. 3 times 5 is 15. I times I is I squared. I squared equals negative 1. 15 times negative 1 is negative 15. For this one, do the same thing. Pause the video, solve it, check back, see what your answer is. See if you're right. Hopefully you are. All right, hopefully you remembered when you got B that you have to take and deal with this negative under the radical first. So you actually have I square root of 2 times I square root of 6. I times I is I squared. 2 times 6 is 12, so you have I squared times the square root of 12. I squared is negative 1. You simplify the square root of 2, or square root of 12 to 2 square root of 3, so you have negative 2 square root of 3. All right, that's the end of these examples. Stay tuned for the next one.